Hola and bienvenidos. Welcome to my live. I am the pescatarian gardener and I live, excuse me, in zone 9A in Georgia. If you are here and you are watching the replay, I just want to say thank you. Gracias. I appreciate the support. If you could share this out to those that you may think may enjoy it, do so. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you have found this live replay and you are not subscribed to me, the Pescatarian Gardener, then please, by all means, subscribe to the channel. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything. Hey, Country Hustle 101, how are you? Hey, LGG Love. Hola, gracias para venir. Okay, I'm sorry. I was looking at something else. Guys, thank you so much. What is your temperature like right now? Um, it's crazy. It's crazy. We got this storm. Hey, Mike, how you doing? I got that for you. Oh, excuse me, guys. I got that for you. Mike, so I'll be sending that out to you this coming weekend. So good to have you here. So, like I was saying, the weather here is crazy now because I was looking at the 7-day forecast. So right now, okay, Mike says his was 69. Right now it's 86 degrees. But the low, guys, is 63. So it is definitely getting cooler. Definitely. What I said, it was crazy because when I looked at the 7-day from Thursday until the following week, Wednesday, the low will be in the 50s. So it's time for me to ramp up my greenhouse. It is up, the frame is up. I'm going to have to go ahead and put the cover on because some things need to be in that greenhouse because of the nighttime temperatures. Hey, 91 degrees. Hey, CC, good to see you, sis. Thank you for coming. Let us know your temp. So 91, that's nice. That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. 47 on Wednesday for us. Wow. Yeah, it's definitely fall. Next Sunday's low is 38. Wow. I'm wondering what our winter is going to be like. A lot of people are saying they think it's going to be really cold. I don't know. We'll see. So Mike said his lows are now 40s. Okay. Yeah, our lows have been 70s. So when I saw that it's going to drop to 50 in the 50s, I was like, wow. I think it's possibly because of Milton. I'm not sure. Yep, that's right. Greenhouse action. Absolutely. Because my kiwi needs to go in there. I have 2 moringa. So 1 moringa is going to go there. Hey, PIA. Thank you. Appreciate that. I appreciate the support. So 1 of them will go in there. I'm going to keep 1 of my moringa out just to see how it does. And 1 moringa I'm going to cut down and put it in the greenhouse because I know it'll grow back when spring comes. 93 today will be lower 60s this week. Yep. So is anybody going to be affected by Milton? I've been watching the updates, the live channel about it. I don't know if I spoke to my Renaissance grandma. Hey, how are you? I'm sorry if I did not speak to you. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. And they were talking about how big this storm system is. It is currently, just a few minutes ago, a little bit before getting in. Hey, Broke, how are you? Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Category 5 right now. Category 5. They're saying land is going to go, which is still a big storm system. Usually it hits from the right, but this time it's coming in from the west. So it's going to be very different, very different. It doesn't seem like it's really going to make an impact on us other than rain. That was another thing I looked for. I looked to see where we're going to get a lot of rain. And the storm is supposed to hit Florida Wednesday. And Thursday, we're scheduled to have a lot of rain. So we'll see what happens. Everybody is speaking, saying hello to Broke, and everybody else. So if you would kindly give me a thumbs up, I would appreciate it if you are here. So it's been an amazing, amazing weekend. I got a lot done. I usually get the most of my work done on the weekend. I do snippets. I try to do snippets every day, but in my garden. But on the weekend, that's when I get a lot done. And this was a really, really productive weekend for me. In fact, I just uploaded a video a little while ago, about an hour or so ago, showing what I did for the weekend, and I did get a lot accomplished. So I'm very happy. Yeah, already a category 4. Yeah, that storm is huge. It is huge, and I feel sorry for those people. Thank you, Mike. Um, I feel sorry for those people in Florida because a lot of them are still cleaning up from Helene. So now they got Helene trying to get rid of all the debris. Now here comes Milton. So we'll see. We'll see. Hey, Pescatarian, I'm not watching any storm right now. Mental vacation. Yeah, listen, you know what? I don't blame you. Sometimes you have to. It gets to be too overwhelming. Been there and done that. And sometimes you just have to kind of sit back and kind of woosah. Because if you don't, it'll mess with you. It can mess with you. Because you think about it. You're sitting and you're waiting for a storm to come to see what it is you need to do. I know some people have been evacuated already. So that's good. And I can tell you, for those that don't have to or never had to evacuate, it's not fun. It is not fun. One year we had to evacuate and we sat in line on the highway. It was just like a line, just sitting for hours, for hours. And it can really be a lot. It can really be a lot. There were so many cars that had stalled because they kept running their cars because it's hot here in Georgia, and you know the cars overheated. Uh, it's just a process. If you don't have gas, one thing I do notice is people here, I don't know about where you live, but people here have already started trying to buy up all the toilet tissue. My daughter and I were saying, why is it that people want to grab all the toilet tissue? What is it with that? So some stores have gone back to putting limits on the toilet tissue, saying you can only get 2 packages of toilet tissue. So me personally, I picked the biggest pack I could see, 24 rolls, and get that. So this storm has really, really brought a lot of people out to just get gas. You see the people with the gas cans. It's crazy. And then all this toilet tissue. So I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Ma. Miss you. Love you. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I stay too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I don't know. Ma, what's your temperature like? What's your temperature right now? I'm 86 right now. Well, I'm 80. What did I say? 82. Going up to, and the high was 86. Yeah. Can't use so if you exactly. I just don't get it. And I mean, yeah, that's exactly what they are. Toilet tissue freaks. We saw a man and his wife with 2 buggies full at Walmart. We went to Walmart because it was something we needed, and only to be told you can only have 2. So of course he got 2 and she got 2, and I'm like, they're an older couple. It's probably just the 2 of them, and they're trying to get all these 6 rolls. It was full. You got 6 in one cart, 6 in another cart. Come on, people. That's just lack of consideration anyway. It really is. So I don't know. Okay, so she says it's cold here today. Wow. Yeah. Fall is in the air. Fall is in the air. So I just want to thank everybody for coming. I appreciate everybody here. I know you saw the title of this live, No More Aero Garden. Guys, for those of you that have been following me for a while, knew that I received an Aero Farm as an anniversary gift. Now, the Aero Farm is a hydroponic system that has 24 pods. It is, hey, David, how are you? Hey, you know what? Oh, wow, only 64. You see this? They making tissue sandwiches. They doing something with it. They doing something with it. Thanks for coming, Cropper. Or people buy French toast ingredients would never make. Okay. Okay. It's so crazy. So anyway, so the Aero Farm is 3 feet wide and 4 feet tall. And I love it. I absolutely love it. It is a wonderful product if you love to grow hydroponically. You can grow all year round. Because it is 4 feet tall, you can grow things that grow tall. You can grow things that vine. They have here it is. Have a system to show you where you can put it. The magnet is stuck. Come on. Okay, it's magnetic. See this? It hooks on to it and things will line up on this. And you have a few so you can stack them. Well, hey, Andrew 59, how are you? So then I loved it so much, I got a second one. And guys, these things are not cheap, but my husband was kind enough and sweet enough and loving enough to get me that Aero Farm, even though it's pricey. Well, we got another one. Well, one day I went to put the lights down because I had put new seedlings in. So I wanted to bring the lights down, and all I heard was zzz. So it was a short. Well, that was in May, the end of May. Well, then they said they would go ahead. I contacted them. They were very nice. They said that they would send out that top unit is what I needed, where the lights were, and I could just take the old one off, put the new one on. Well, guys, they told me it would be here in July. I contacted them and I said, it's the middle of July. I haven't heard anything. They apologized profusely, and they said it was not be in until November. And to sweeten the deal, they gave me a free unit. Their next one, the smaller one, the Bounty Elite, which is nice, 12 pods, very nice, and I appreciated that. So they said they wanted me to keep on growing, so that was good. Well, I got an email. I'm going to pull this email up, and I'm going to read it to you. I was disappointed, to say the least, when I read the email, but there was nothing I could do. I had to just go with it, and hopefully we'll see what happens. Let me just get to it. Let me search them so I can get to it quicker. Yes, here we go. Okay, it says, Dear Quintella, thank you for your patience. We want to ensure that everyone has positive results with their AeroGarden and enjoys many beautiful, delicious rewards. We regret to inform you that we are unable to fulfill your request for a replacement farm top. Please refer to our official announcement, and then they post their website for more details. However, we are committed to honoring your warranty. If you purchase the item directly from our website, we will process a full refund to your original form of payment. If your purchase was made more than 120 days ago, or if it was purchased elsewhere, please reply to this email with your preferred method of refund. an Amazon gift card, Venmo, PayPal, virtual Visa, or a check. Y'all know I wasn't doing no paper check. That was out. Hey, Unbiased, I didn't see you came in. Thank you for coming, sis. I appreciate you. It says if we don't hear from you, we'll automatically process it to an Amazon gift card. I didn't want an Amazon gift card. I preferred a virtual Visa. In any event, I went to their website, guys, and this is what it said. Dear valued AeroGarden customer, we are saddened to announce the closing of AeroGarden effective January 1st, 2025. This was a difficult decision, but one that became necessary due to a number of challenges with this business. First, we want to express our deepest gratitude for your loyalty and support. Second, we intend to wind down operations in a manner that will inspire you to enjoy indoor gardening through the holiday season and beyond. Blah, 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 blah. There are a number of online sellers offering seed pods that might serve as replacement pods for the AeroGarden. Encourage you to explore these options and look to get the most out of your AeroGarden growing system. The AeroGarden would not have been its brand without you. Your passion for growing fresh, healthy food at home inspires us every step of the way. Thank you for being among our biggest supporters, and know that we're here for you through this transition. I was like, what the world? Man. So what happened, guys, after doing some research, I found out, first of all, that they are China-based, meaning they're located here. They're located in New Jersey, but all of their products are coming from China. They talked about supply issues. They talked about how challenging it was to get parts and things of that nature. Hey, 70 plus gardener, thank you for coming. Yeah, it's not good. Now they have it and they say that's because too many of the good units much cheaper. I believe that. I was not aware, again, like I said, of how much this unit costs. But one thing I gotta say about my husband, if I say I want something, he's gonna do everything in his power to get it. And it was pricey, but he made the sacrifice. I'm sure there were probably other things he wanted, could have spent the money on, but he went and he got it for me. And I appreciate that so much because he sees the passion I have for growing. So that's a wonderful thing when someone doesn't share your passion, but they can understand your passion. So what I did is I went online and I was looking when I read the letter. I said, well, let me see what units they still have. And I wasn't quite thinking, guys, because I was thinking, I was thinking I was being smart. They have a unit that is shorter. It's not as tall as the AeroFarm, but it is as wide. So I thought if I order that, instead of getting a refund, I could just take the top off of there and put it on my taller unit. That's not smart. I'm going to tell you why. What happens if this unit messes up? Who am I going to call? The company's out of business. These cost too much money to try to get something and use it. So going forward, I will have to find another company. So this brings me to this. I know some of you in the chat do have hydroponic systems. If you have a good company or good system that you know of, put it in the chat because I am going to be looking to replace the one that where the lights broke. I was very disappointed, very, very disappointed. I pulled up some information and they said that they filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and it said they came into some agreement with their investors, and they're going to pay $10 million in debtors' possession financing. The board of directors is trying to explore other financing options to repay their creditors. So they're in the hole. They're in the hole. So yeah, I don't think it would be good, even if I could have gotten another unit, to get it with them, because if they're going out of business, how are they going to help me? So Mike says, remember this company owned by Monsanto. Okay. Yeah, they try to act like small company. Mm. They will probably be open on another. You know what? You probably right. Mm-hmm. And this exactly. They just go from one to another, one to another. Yep. I did find out some really interesting information. Um, they said that it was started with NASA. NASA was trying to get air, what is it? Air airphonics, to grow airphonically, and it didn't really work. It didn't pan out. So what they decided to do was to try the hydroponics, and they studied the technology for years, and then they came up with it, and then they opened up the store in Jersey, or their office in Jersey, in 2004. Hey, if you could, we'll talk. Timu will replace it. You know what? I didn't think about Timu. Okay. Because Timu, I mean, you don't get it right away, but you don't pay a lot like you do with other companies. It's bought by, yep, that's right. Bought by Miracle Grow. That's right. Exactly. I found that out in when I was doing my research. So I'm just like, wow, it's crazy. So, I have something in my aero farm now. I have peppers, chamomile, squash, and I have some flowers. Um, and some other little things that I've started growing. And I have some peas, but some of those things are going to go in the greenhouse, and some are going to go outside. Like the peas will go outside. Aeroponics was misting the roots with water in the air. Right. I had no idea that was going on. I had no idea that it all started with NASA, but it's just interesting to me. I'm going to be watching very carefully to see that to see what other companies are doing. I know that some of them are in the open stock. So I think I'm going to kind of look a little carefully to see how they're doing, especially in November with their end of year earnings. I'm very curious to see how other hydroponic companies are doing. There is also a hydroponic store not too far from me. So I think I might go check them out and see what they got going on over there. Wasn't that the unit in the guest room with the tomatoes? Yes, it is, Ma. Yep. So I had the two. I had the one in your room, and then I had the one in the side room. But now I just have one. So we'll see. Hey, Growing with Hudson. Thank you so much for coming, sis. Good to see you. So, it just kind of took my breath away, because I was so waiting for this piece, and I kept wondering, why is it taking so long to get this piece? Then I was thinking, well, if you're selling them, why can't you just take that piece from out of a box and send it to me? But the reason why they couldn't is because they weren't getting what they needed. They were not getting their supplies from China. Now, why they were having a hard time getting it from China, I don't know. I don't know. It could be a little bit more to it. Yes, please, Q, let us know how you feeling. I don't know. So Mike says, easier, just make your own system. Light, a shelf, pump, and something to hold water. So actually, with you saying that, all I would need to do is take the lights off. The pump still works. No, the pump doesn't work. Take the lights off, get a pump. So I could probably use the system. What do you think about this? Okay, I could should still use the system. The bottom part that holds the pods, I could still use that. I would have to get a pump for that, and then I would have to get lights. Now I do have grow lights, so I could take those grow lights down, put the pump in there, and everything else I would still have. That's such a great idea. That is really a great idea. I think I might yeah, exactly. Boom, Mike. Boom. There you go. See? That's why great minds, boy, I tell you. That's why I love this forum, because you can get so many ideas from here. Right here in this forum, people have ideas. So I think I'm going to try that. What? Renaissance makes, oh, do tell Renaissance grandma. I'm a man, I didn't know that. I'm slipping. I need to check it out. Check it out. I'm good. How are you all? We're good. Glad you're doing okay. Glad you're doing okay. Is that good forever? Yeah. Yeah, it is good. There's no problem with that. I'm gonna actually maybe I should probably try it and do a video and show y'all if I'm successful, see how successful I am. We'll see. We'll see. But that makes a lot of sense. Explain the setup to your husband. Yeah. You know what? That right there, country hustle, because he'll get it. He'll get it. You shop lights. Uh-huh. Yep, exactly. Get $15 fish tank air pump. Listen, we already got an air pump in there because you know we got all the fish tanks. We have pumps, so that's good. That's good. That makes so much sense. I am a DIY ninja. Absolutely. Me, no. I do try DIYs, but not big projects. To me, that would be a big project. I try little things like framing different things and little things like that. Sounds like a challenge. It does. It does. I think that would be a great project for my husband and I to do together. Um, I'm actually going to tell him that. I'm going to talk to him when we have dinner. After the live, we have dinner and we'll have dessert and we'll talk and whatnot. So that'll be good. That'll be good. Please do, sis. I have Thank you. Love you. Thank you. I am going to do it, y'all. Enough said. I'm gonna do it. Y'all just give me so much confidence that, and I love it because I have the Aero farms side by side, and I love that they're right there. I can manage them all in one shot. So that's good. That's good. Thank you. So Unbiased Queen says I use shop lights over my sewing room, and I'm not growing. What's up with that? Girl, nothing wrong with that. You just smart. That's all. Smart. So LGD said I'm prepping for off-grid survival 101. Yeah, man. Let me tell you something. When this storm came, when Helene came and we had to go into our safe room because a tornado was possible, it made me really think a lot about what we have, the survival techniques, what I have in my to-go bag, what I could do better in our to-go bags. And it really makes you think. To me, you got to be prepared. I've made systems from storage totes, protein jugs, shoe boxes. Wow. I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to do it. Maybe that can be my weekend project. I'm going to see. I'm going to see. Yes, where there's a will, there's a way. And I do want to do it. I really do. I absolutely do. So I'm definitely going to see what I can do because, man, you know, I need this. I need this. I need my growing medium. I really do. I really do. So I know who else has a hydroponic system? Any lead field spectrum shops work. Okay. Full spectrum. Okay. Hey, awesome Alvin. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate that. Yeah, so who else has hydroponic other than Mike? I know you do, Mike. I was wondering about anyone else that does that I was not aware of. I love it. So I have their bounty that they sent me. At least I got a free smaller unit out of the deal. And I'll be getting a full refund. I love it. To me, it's so easy. For me, having my aero farm is of great comfort because when I can't go outside, either because the weather is bad, I'm not feeling well there, I can grow in here and it kind of helps with that. I love the growing. It kind of soothes me. It's my to go thing, you know. Um Oh, okay. I thought my robot was gonna start. So yeah, I love it. I really love it. And when I'm in my kitchen and I'm making something, I can just come over, pick some spinach, pick some tomatoes or what have you, and boom, there I am. Now I want to do one homemade. Okay, that would be great. That would be great, guys. I don't know why I forget that this thing is scheduled. I'm gonna have to um change the schedule for the no, don't start washing moms. I have to change the schedule for the robot because he wants to clean now. And so he's getting ready to clean. He's washing his mops and then he's gonna start mopping the floor. But it's kind of loud, so that's why I didn't want to. Um That's cute. I love those emojis. So LGG has two hydroponic systems too. Okay, very good, very good. So you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Mike says I got a 6-foot Paul Robeson tomato in my living room right now in a system I made. Beautiful. That is so good. Um, that's amazing. That is amazing. And LGG said I do seeds and hydroponics in the winter for those plants that need more than 6 months to grow outside. Right. You know what? That's a good point because I wanted to grow loofah and it takes about 120 days. And even though I have a long growing season, if I miss the early window, then I can't do it because I'm not going to have enough time. So that's a good idea to make a mental note and stick it in my book. Start in the hydroponics. It could be good and mature, and then boom, I could take it out as early as the end of February, and boom, I'd have plenty of loofah growing. So that's a great idea. Great idea. Yeah, I say do it too. Do it absolutely. So yeah, so that is what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna do it this weekend. I'm trying to think. I don't have anything major to do this weekend, so that'll be a good thing to do. And I can start getting my ideas, and my husband and I can kind of talk it through, so to speak, and then we can do it, and I will film it. Now, side note, nothing to do with the Aero Farm, AeroGarden. Tomorrow is Prime Day. Tomorrow is Prime Day. Tuesday and Wednesday, the 8th and the 9th. Who's buying? Let me tell you what I did. Or if you remember. Um, oh, that's why me and GT do the wig 2024. Yes. I love it. It's really encouraging. Do you ever make the frame? Yes. Oh, I'm biased. I wait. I thought I did a video. Okay, guys, I'm gonna try to show you this. let me see if I could turn it. So what I'm just talking about is I went to Hobby Lobby and found a piece of material that they have. It's like folded up, and it's just like a little square material, and it's like a few dollars, not a lot. So I found one I liked with herbs and everything, and I went to Goodwill, and I got a old frame that I thought was pretty, and I took it apart, took everything out, and then I put the herb that was on the material in the frame. So give me a second. I'm gonna try to show you because I want to show her that I did it. Let me see if I can just turn it around. It's the Aero Farm. Oh, this way. Can y'all see it? That's it. And then you see I added the vine at the top. So I put that above the Aero Farm. Did you see it, Queen? Because you inspired me, girl. You was like, you could do it. I look at all the things you be doing, and I was like, I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to try to do it. So I hope you got to see it. Okay. Oh, G Mama said everything I want costs too much. I understand. I understand. Nice. Thank you. Thanks. That means so much to me. It means so much because, like I said, I look at you, I look at Crafty, I look at PIA, my Renaissance Grandma. All y'all are so creative. I am not creative, guys, but that was a challenge for me. I also did a vase, a bouquet, over, and Nikki was the one that inspired me to do that, and I was like, hey, Nikki, I emailed her, girl, look, I want to do it. I don't want to throw this away. It's special to me, but it's looking raggedy. What do I do? And she told me. And Bias was like, yes, she was so encouraging with this. And guys, I'm really happy with it. Then I got the idea. Look on Shein or Temu and see if you can get those wall stickers. So the vine that you saw, those would just peel and stick on the wall. And I think it's perfect. The pictures about herbs, you got the vine, and below I got my Aero Farm. So I loved it. I love it. So thank you. See, that's the thing. I love doing my own unique inventions. You good. Listen, I'm not good like that. I'm trying to get better. But I wanted to say thank you because, you may share something in a video, you may share something in a live, you might do a short and not realize how it's going to touch somebody. And I'm telling you, you have been so encouraging. Really. That's awesome, Queen. You just have to tap into your creative space. Everywhere has one. You know what, Queen? I believe that. Because if somebody told me I could have did that, I would have been like, I don't know how to do that. No, I'll mess it up. And I'm so happy that I did. I really, really am. And I never thought that I would go take it a step further. If you notice, I add the fleur de lis. Let me show y'all again. So you see, I added the fleur de lis. That I found those guys at Goodwill also, and I was just so excited because they were only like $2, and I thought, oh, that'll go perfect. And I really, really am happy. Like I'm really excited. Was excited when I saw that, and I said, okay, well, how am I going to put it up there? And I was really honestly doing a little bit too much worrying because there's a little piece on the back. All I had to do was find the thing, a hook, put it up, and just put it on. So I was just really, really proud of myself. Another thing is not to doubt myself. I have to stop doing that because, I think it turned out wonderfully. So thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for, putting it out there, those positive vibes, because I just picked up on it and it really helped. I got squirrel ones like that. Oh, wow. Funny. Everyone has a creative streak in them. You know what? I didn't know that, but you're right. You're right. I did not realize I had it. I always say, I'm not creative. I'm not good like that. And I need to stop. I just need to kind of sit back and think, what do I like? What do I want? How can I get it? Doesn't have to always be a lot of money. I remember different things. Like I looked at PIA's creativity, and I think I look at people like Crafty Leo and Queen Unbiased and PIA, like I said, and I think I get intimidated. But everybody has a level of creativity, is what you're saying, and I realize I do too. So I'm so happy that I went out there, decided, hey, I'm gonna try it. What do I have to lose? And honestly, I got the idea to go to Goodwill because there was a video a while back that Unbiased did where she went to Goodwill and got a jean jacket and she did it over. And I thought, you know what, you're right. It's not a lot of money. Go to Goodwill and see. And I got this nice frame. I got those fleur de lis. So yeah, going forward, guys, I think I'm going to stop saying I'm not creative. I'm going to stop saying that because everyone has a creative streak in them. Thank you, PIA. My wife found those wall stickers on Temu. Yep. And it don't even be expensive. Proud as you should be. Thank you. Thank you. Now you can add those fleur de lis, how you spell it, inside an empty picture frame. Ah, good idea. You're right. That would be so nice. That would even bring it up a notch. Okay, so maybe one live I'm gonna show you and it'll be in a frame. So anyway, that basically was all I wanted to say about the Aero Farm. I appreciate you guys being here because you know what? It was my outlet. I was truly disappointed. But this is such a wonderful outlet because you guys allow me to express myself and then you come back with all of these ideas. So definitely gonna do that. People be sleeping on Google. They do. They do. I know some people say they don't want anyone's used stuff, but I kind of feel like this. I give a lot of things to Goodwill. I do. Um, I imagine I used to have a problem getting rid of things, but then I said, no, I need to kind of get rid of some things. I'm very sentimental, don't want to get rid of it. So I started envisioning someone else using what I have and being happy. So one thing is, Abaya said, not me because I'm frugal. I know that's right. Um, when I years ago, someone gave me a gift of a 8-piece or 12-piece, I don't remember, dishware, the plates. And so anyone years ago grew up in a house where you had the soup bowl, the dinner plate, the salad plate, the plate for the cups, the saucer, the gravy boat, this. I had a set like that. Very, very pretty. My mom's friend gave it to me when I got my first place. I may have used that thing maybe 3 times. So when I moved into this house, my husband was like, "Why are you bringing that? We have not used that in years." Because it's special. Hey, Roller Trees, thank you for coming. Appreciate you. It's special. So I said, you know what? I've never used it. I had it sitting on top of the cabinet, looking cute. So I thought, until we took it down to put it in a box, and that thing had a layer of grease and dust. And I said, man, get rid of it. So I envisioned somebody else who's got a big family using it. And I went ahead and I got rid of it. And you know what? I'm happy. So when people don't have the need for something and they take it to Goodwill, I'm happy. You can benefit from it. And I'm going to tell you something. Some things at Goodwill, if you take your time and look, are really a good deal. Really a good deal. I just got two large vases for $10. They are worth at least 50 a piece. Yep. I'm telling you, if you just go and take your time and look, you can find some good deals. It's hard for me to get rid of things because I've suffered a lot of loss in my lifetime. So I tend to hold on to things that people give me. It's a sick disease I wish I could get rid of. Baggage. Sweetheart, let me tell you something. I understand completely. I hold on to things for a different reason. I so had a wonderful childhood. I so, if it's something from my childhood or reminds me of my childhood, I feel like I can't let it go. I feel like it's almost as if I let it go, the memory's going to go along with it. And that's just not the case. And I've had to come to terms with that. I will have something that's broken and I don't want to get rid of it. I will have something that's faded. I don't want to get rid of it. I had to kind of cope. So my coping mechanism when it's something that somebody else can use is to imagine the joy that I bring to someone else when they find it at Goodwill. That's how I deal with it. But I understand. I understand. Yeah, a blessing to them. It's true. And then two, we don't know what other people are going through. Somebody honestly may not have the finances to go get something new for whatever reason, which is really none of my business and or my concern. Just the fact that maybe they're a little down right now financially, maybe that's what they have to do as opposed to what they enjoy doing or do it because they want to. Maybe that is what they have to do. So if I can be a blessing to them, as Mike says, then I feel good that I could do it. And this is a very true statement. One man's trash is another's treasure. That is so true. Because people will look at that, man, I don't want that. Then you look at it and be like, wait a minute. There's nothing wrong with that. All you got to do is this, and this, and you're done. Done. So Queen says, I like to give my used items to the women's shelter because they don't have to pay for it. You know what? That's a great idea. That's true. And I wonder if we have a women's shelter here. The only thing, I'm sure we do. I'm sure we do. I just need to find out where it is. Hey, Psalms, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. We know, yes, go Salo. We know that you are probably cooking. So thank you so much for popping in. We appreciate you. Hey, Wellness with Frugal Mama, good to see you. So it's good. It's good to be able to give and like you said, give where they get something for free. So I think next time going forward, I might actually do that. Find a shelter. There was one that was a safe house. Um, yeah, you just gave me a great idea. Absolutely. Thank you for putting that in the chat. I appreciate that. Yes, that's a great way to allow yourself to release items. It is. That's the only way I could do it because everything, I'm so sentimental. I just used to really feel bad, really feel bad. One thing I do is I do not give blankets or sheets to Goodwill. If I'm getting rid of blankets or sheets, I take it to the dog shelter because they need it in the winter to keep the dogs warm. And so that's one thing I do, and that's free. So I feel like I'm helping the animal. Busting suds. I hear you, girl. I hear you. Yeah, so Mike says, I'm remodeling my house. I put tons of furniture out with free sign. Had a family crying and saying, thank you, filled my heart. I know it did. I'm telling you, you never know what a person is going through. You just don't know. And if you could put that positive vibe out, why not? Why not? In reality, guys, don't you think that's how it should be? You don't need it. recycle it and let someone else do it. You know that maybe you've outgrown it in the sense of, I don't want this anymore. I want something different, a different style. And you give it to somebody else. I remember when I had my sofa, the first time I was able to get rid of my sofa, excuse me, when I had just had my place and everything, and I got the sofa, I was all excited. And there was someone else that was getting their place just about when I was about to buy another sofa. And when I told her she could have it, she said, "Oh, I'll give you $50 for it." And I was like, "No, just take it. It needs to be clean." Guys, people sometimes are going through things you just don't know. And what she told me, I will not share, but what she told me as to why she had to get her place, it just made me feel like, let me look in my apartment and see what other things I'm not using that I can share with her. So yeah, busting suds, washing, cleaning. That's what I think of. Busting suds. You in there, got them suds going, got them dishes or clothes or whatever cleaning. That's what I think. If it's not, tell us what it is. But that's what I think that is. Yeah, Mike, that's awesome and amazing. It is awesome and amazing. People are struggling. Yeah, because you just don't know. So let me tell you, when I went live last week, I mentioned the longshoremen. Well, guys, they did strike for 3 days. Um, my husband did not work. He is a owner, so he has to pay for his truck. Um, but they came to a tentative agreement. They said they are going to wait until January 15th because they realized with the storm, supplies were already low for most people. And then they talked about the holidays coming and how some people would suffer. Now, I'm saying all of this to say those 3 days affected a lot of people, and a lot of people were not prepared. They were not prepared. What happened is that with the strike and the storm combined, a lot of people were suffering. Some people, guys, just got their electricity on Saturday or Friday of last week. Some people have went 7 days without electricity. So all of their food in their refrigerator and all of their food in their freezer is trash. But now if you work and you were affected by the strike, 3 days almost broke some people. The saving grace is that they had emergency kitchens set up with food, ice, and water. And when you're in a town and you hear a lot of people talking about how they're suffering, it really puts things in perspective when you talk about going to Goodwill and getting things, sharing what you have with those that are less fortunate. Some people, those 3 days, it darn near broke them. You know, they don't get paid if they don't work. And, some people were not able to be in a job where they do pay them. So, yeah. And then on top of that, no electricity. So, a lot of people really needed the help. Yes, recycle is so great. It is. It is. It's better to recycle and reuse the goods that we have as opposed to letting it sit in a landfill. And I'm going to tell you, years ago, my husband worked for a company called Atlantic Waste Company. You know what they did? They picked up trash and took it to the landfill. And guys, I want to tell you, it's horrible. It's horrible looking at it. What they do is, because he's a truck driver, so he drove their truck. So you drive up this big, big hill, and you end up being so high that you can see the tops of trees. And it's just a big, huge area of trash, garbage, sofas, chairs, TVs in this landfill. Think about someone that could use it. Maybe it is dirty, but they can afford that $4 can of Resolve to spray that sofa and get it clean. They could afford that $4 tube of wood glue to fix that chair that we just said, nah, throw it away. So, we got to really put things in perspective. It's good to put things in perspective. Back to busting suds, yes. That's what we call washing dishes in a restaurant. I thought that's what she meant. That's how the military do. They have a free goodwill for the new couples and people on base. I did not know that. Wow. Yeah, so if you're a new couple, boom, you go, you get things, and you can have your place looking nice. Sis, with all the warning, we as YouTubers teach. Why is this still happening? That's a good question. I think because they have YouTubers doing the opposite. Flossing, as they say. They flossing. They got their gear. They got this. They got that. They make it seem like if you go to Goodwill, something's wrong with you. Matter of fact, I was in TJ Maxx. And TJ Maxx carries sometimes they carry polo and stuff like that. There was two guys that were in there, and one guy said to the other, "Man, we should get down on this right here. These are good shirts." And the guy said, "I ain't gonna get it here. I'm gonna go to the polo store and pay double or maybe triple." But his mindset was, these are the leftovers that didn't sell that they sent to TJ Maxx, and I'm not buying it from TJ Maxx. I want to go to get it from the store. My feeling is, if it looks good and the price is right, I'm going to get it. I don't care where. I'm not going to go just to say, I got it from the store. Nope, that's not me. A lot of people didn't have the resources to prepare for all of this devastation happening right now. Most people can't afford to take off one day without pay. You are so right. And yes, it is sad. I grew up in a very nice area in New York. And that's okay. Thanks for coming, Darthex. If you've come in and I didn't speak, I so apologize. I grew up in Queens, guys, in New York. Very nice area. Some people don't believe things until and by then it's too late. Absolutely. And I went to school with the guy whose name I will not say, and people would tease him. His parents separated. His dad was in the army. Him and his mom left their home and they moved to another house a few streets over. And so we knew that it was his dad. Well, we don't know what happened. We just know his dad got sick. I know. I don't know if everybody knew, but I knew his dad got sick in the brain. Something wasn't right, but he was in war. He ended up being a homeless man on the street. We don't know what people are going through. We don't know what led him to that situation. But what my parents always instilled in us, don't look at someone else and judge them because we don't know what they went through. And we didn't. That was in high school. Years later, we found out his father lost his job. It put him in a depression. He couldn't find another job because he couldn't pull it together. The resources were not there at that time, for whatever reason, to help him cope with whatever he was dealing with mentally from being in war so many years ago. Whatever triggered it, we don't know, but it was triggered. And he subsequently lost that family home and ended up being a bum on the street. My parents were like, some of the kids were laughing, making fun of him and the fact that his father was homeless. I knew better than to do that. My mother and my father would have tore my behind up. Yes, they would have spanked my behind. My parents do believe in spanking. They would have tore me and my sisters up if we did that. My father explained to us, we don't know what people are going through. And I didn't know it until I was older. So sometimes people don't have the resources. Sometimes they just don't have it for whatever reason. Sometimes people think, no, it's not going to happen. And honestly, when we have storms, some people do say that, man, every time they tell us to evacuate, nothing happens. But we never know when that sometime is going to hit. And that's what Helene did for a lot of people. It came through and tore things up. I used to drive the heavy trash truck and took all the trash to the landfill. I used to cry when I first started because it was thick. Yes, it is. People don't understand how nasty that landfill is. My husband wear these big boots. He got these big boots because sometimes when he would get out to dump that thing, it would be sloshy and wet. That's not even when it's raining. Just liquidy, and it was nasty. It was nasty. So LGG said the millennials don't get it. My son said, Mom, why are you doing recycling? I have stuff that's exactly. A lot of them don't get it. A lot of them don't. It's just sad. Hey, Shani, how are you? Thank you for coming. Appreciate you. Yeah. The only thing we could do is just keep sharing and keep growing the way we can. Sad type of mind frame, in my opinion. It is a sad type of mind frame. It really is. Some people must always have new, and that's just not me. That's just not me. Wow, how sad. Yep. Hey, Quinny, thanks for coming. Very sad. Very sad. So, you just do what you can do, share what you can share, and keep going and keep going. Nobody taught empathy. And that's the thing. Empathy is your feelings in my heart. I can take your feelings and put them in my heart and understand, you know what? You're in a bad spot. What can I do? What can I do? Sis, my parents took us camping and only used what they found in the natural stones and wood to cooking outside. We thought it was fun, not knowing it was survival. Exactly. Let me tell you something. My dad was an immigrant from Panama. And he did not play with us. He did not play with us. He let us know you don't have to have that. He was fortunate. My dad, I got to give it to him, is very, very smart. He taught us wherever you, first of all, with school, we could not get bad grades. It was not acceptable. One, if you didn't know it, he was going to help you to learn it. If he didn't know it, he was going to find out. He was going to go somewhere and get some information and find out. If he had to learn it to teach it to us, yes, he did. That was no joke. You had to. Then he said, when we got started working, he was like, okay, what else do you know? What are you doing? What's your job title? What's your duties at this position? What else do they do there? Do you know how to do that? Okay, well, learn as much as you can on that job, because once you have that knowledge, nobody can take it away from you. You go to another job, you take that knowledge with you. So that's how we did. When it came to helping others and people, he was like, no, we help people. Hey, that's my heart. Thank you. Good to see you. Appreciate you. We were kind. We were taught to be kind. We were taught to share and do what we could. I just try to stick to the way my parents taught me. But I feel like I'm rambling, guys. So thank you, Andream. I appreciate that. I'm about to let it go, guys. I got to put dinner on the plates. My husband is patiently waiting. I know he's a little hungry. And I know he's hungry because he came in and grabbed a rib and started eating it. I'm like, oh, he's hungry. So I'm gonna go, but I just want to thank everybody. Hey, my sister. Hey, Wit Wit. Love you. That is my sister in love, my little sister, y'all. Um, I'm gonna get ready to go and cook because get his dinner ready because I know he's hungry and he's so patient. But I just want to say thank you guys for being here in my live. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Unbiased Queen. Thank you, With Life, for coming. I appreciate you supporting me, sis. Thanks, Mike, Chaotic Garden. Thank you, my Renaissance Grandma. Thank you, Miss Shirley. Thank you, Quinny. Thank you, LGG Love. Thank you, Andrew59. Thank you, Darth X. Thank you, my Renaissance Grandma. I don't know if I said it. Thank you, Psalms 146. Thanks, Roro Latrice. Thank you, everybody. You guys are the best. Listen, I don't know what y'all are doing tomorrow, but whatever you're doing, you enjoy it. Gózalo.